बहुत मौज आने वाली है क्योंकि मैं बैठा हूँ क्रिकेट के जीनियस के साथ। हमारे साथ मुथैया मुरलीधरन है। When did you play for the first time in India?
See, for India, memory is big. First time I watched a match, international match, live in 1986, India versus Sri Lanka. I was sitting and watching Kapil Dev bowling at the time, Srikanth and everything.
When did you play for the first time in India, international cricket?
I think I can say in 1993 Hero Cup. I can remember that match, Sachin. The first time I was seeing about Sachin, I heard about him and everything. And I want to see how good he is, because just seeing people saying whether it's true or not, or just a hype or whatever.
So 2011 we all very clearly remember because it happened here in Mumbai. Were you surprised because by that time you had played for 3 consecutive years for CSK? You had played with Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Were you surprised with the change of order?
Dhoni knows inside out of me, then because of he played in nets in 3 years of CSK. So he took the chance that he can handle better me than Yuvraj, and if Yuvraj goes and gets out, then the pressure is more into.
Where do you think you started losing your grip on the match?
15 for 2, no? So most dangerous 2 batsmen out.
Sachin and Sehwag back.
So it's a matter of time, another 2 wickets, we at the cup. After 15 overs, till 15 overs, we are dominating. Then the dew comes, even the fast bowlers can't, Malinga can't do anything, nobody can do anything. So that affected a little bit on us.
Recently there was political and financial turmoil in Sri Lanka. What is your thoughts on that?
Our politicians since I think after 78 offered a lot of freebies. This is my opinion only. I think this is the way it is, and this is why we collapse.
Brought to you by Infinix.
बहुत मौज आने वाली है क्योंकि मैं बैठा हूँ क्रिकेट के जीनियस के साथ, इसलिए ये लल्लन टॉप की अब तक की सबसे धांसू बैठकी है। हमारे साथ मुथैया मुरलीधरन है, दुनिया के क्रिकेट के इतिहास के ग्रेटेस्ट स्पिनर्स में से एक, और उन पर आने वाली है बायोपिक जिसका टाइटल है 800। ये तमिल, तेलुगु और हिंदी में भी आएगी, और इसी फिल्म के बहाने हमको मिल गया है मौका इस ज़बरदस्त हस्ती से बात करने का। मुरलीधरन, वेलकम ऑन लल्लन टॉप. You might be slightly nervous, though you have faced a lot of pressure while playing for your country, because it's a cinema interview. I am very nervous because Hindi is not my, English is not my first or second language, it's my third language, and now I hardly do this mix-up. But when I was going through the research, detailed research my team has done, what a wonderful journey you and before you, your family had. So please tell me about your grandparents first, because they migrated during British India from Tamil Nadu to Sri Lanka for tea plantation. Is that right?
Yeah.
Please tell me about it.
Now, first of all, I think your English is very good. You don't have to worry about it. So my English is also okay. So
we are on the same page.
Same place. So it's not a problem. Yeah, because we are called in Sri Lanka, it's Indian origin Tamils.
Okay.
See, there is 2 type of Tamils in one is thousands of years. That's called when I think history, if you go behind, the Prince Ashok went to Sri Lanka.
Sent his son Mahinda and daughter Sanmitra.
Yeah, first he got married to a Sri Lankan
princess.
girl. Then only the race of Sri Lanka, this Sinhalese,
yes,
it has come. Then from north, a lot of Tamil kings just go and conquer.
Yes.
That is the history I have learned. I don't know whether it's right or not. I can't tell.
It's totally right.
Right. Maybe you maybe know better than me, right? Because you research. Because as long as we study in history, little bit like that. So the Tamils are there, and where they speak, language is same. Where they speak is different.
Diction is different.
Yes, because the sound, how they speak and the manner. So if you say if you, I don't know, because I'm just thinking Delhi Hindi must be different to Mumbai Hindi.
Yes, totally
Similar,
different.
similar like that. We are from, our ancestors are from India, and we are from central, like, Kandy, Muralidharan, all hill country for tea plantations. So we, certainly in 1920s, that's a time British took everyone, thought Indian labours are better than Sri Lankan labours to do the tea plantation.
Yes.
So that's why my grandfather was gone to a place called near Nuwara. It's called Hatton, Nuwara, those area hill countries, and called Muskelia. So they started their life.
And they migrated from which place in Tamil Nadu?
From Tamil Nadu, it's called a place called, Namakkal, near Trichy. It's a Namakkal.
It's close to Trichy.
Yeah, Namakkal. It's I think Trichy district. It comes to Namakkal, and there is small village called Serkalai. So from there only, still my grandfather has lands and everything.
Yeah, that was my follow-up question. That have you been to that village?
Yeah. When I was young, I have been. I can remember still 1970 something, 79 or 70 or something. 79. My parents took the ship from Talaimannar, they call in Sri Lanka, and to Thoothukudi. The ship goes. From the ship, we went and into the train to...
You deboarded at Tuticorin, and then from there you took train.
Train to go to the village. I have been with my grandfather and everybody, and they had... it's a big history, but he went back. So after a while in Sri Lanka, he left other people and he went back. So he had land and everything still there. Still some of my, I think, say cousins, because they are having it, and still they are agriculture. So agriculture family.
Great. Did you ever inquire with your father why did he choose to stay? Because rest of your uncles, they got back from Sri Lanka to India.
No, I would say like this. In 30s or something happened. I don't know the exact date, but my grandmother told me. Because when he was there, she was with us and everything. So he told me that my grandfather fought with the British. Like, in the estate, because my grandfather was they call Kankani. Kankani means he's the supervisor of the plantation.
Okay.
Right? And the superintendent is the bigger boss. He's a Britisher. So they had some problems between them, and British government in the courts, at the time British government, the courts all deported both.
Okay.
So when you're deporting, my grandparents had 7 children. Out of 3 boys and 4 girls. My father is the last boy, and first one is a boy, then a girl, then is a boy, then 2 girls. My father is a 5th or 6th or something, right? So out of that, when grandfather was leaving, because my uncle was in Colombo, see, they could afford to make them study 2 people in the same. Girls anyway won't study, but 2 people, but all in English.
Okay.
So even if you do 10, they had a good education. So he became accountant, I think. He went and worked in Colombo. Another one was in doing in Kandy. The second brother, father's brother, was in Kandy, and he was doing a biscuit salesman. So then my grandmother doesn't want to leave. So said, you go, and he took only 1 daughter. The eldest daughter, he took it to India.
Okay.
And others all stayed back. So that's why our family stayed back, and he was in India, so because he can't stay because of deported. So that's the history of
one fight with a British officer and family is separate.
Yeah, it's a courts decided to deport both.
Yeah.
Both are from different country, not yours belongs there.
You go back to England, you go back to India.
Yeah, that's what happened. And so then my father's 2 brothers look after the family, but still the girls who go and pluck tea plantations, because who were my aunties. So then what happened is, then my father didn't study much up to about grade 5 or 6.
Okay.
Right? So they couldn't afford it. So then what happened is, the second brother of father's brother, elder brother, second one, had a sales, he was working at a sales rep. He thought he want to buy a van and do sales.
Of biscuits.
Yes. So then he asked him to come and join him and to work. That's why they both together a few years time put a small factory in Kandy. So that's the place that become bigger.
A biscuit factory in Kandy.
Yes, we still have. Right? So
You still run it?
no,
Your brothers
now
take care of
my cousins are running it.
What is it called? The brand
Lucky
biscuit?
Land Biscuits.
Lucky. And are you the brand ambassador?
No, because 1954 it started. So my brother also have a biscuit factory. We have various.
So now you come from the most prestigious biscuit family of Sri Lanka?
Yeah, we were at the time. See, 80s and all, we are comfortable life after that, after putting the biscuit factory. But in 90s and all, so we also started some things. I also have some factories. So I also do a lot of businesses. While playing also, my brothers, I have 3 brothers. So we do some business. We are mainly we diverted to only manufacturing because of the experience of my father. So what we do is, we are now having canning plant, like, the cans that Pepsi, Coke and all.
Okay.
So that can manufacturing plant.
Packaging, bottling plant.
Packaging, filling. We have even bottling, filling we do for Coke, Pepsi. So many factories we have in Sri Lanka.
Do you know how to bake?
Yeah, because biscuits, no? So
I did not want to assume.
I don't know about to, because I was fully concerned. My brother used to go and study.
He knows how to make biscuits.
Yes, 100%.
You do not know.
I don't know,
You
because
never took interest in it.
No, because when I was 18, fortunately I went and I got tour of England. So then I continued playing cricket. So cricket became professional. So I didn't learn anything rather than cricket.
Interesting. So Murali, please tell us about your initial phase of cricket journey. I mean, it was like just another kid playing cricket for time pass during lunch break. How did it all start?
No, because see, in our family, everyone is boys, because my uncle, hardly any girls. So when I was the house, so we used to play just softball cricket. That is our pastime, because you don't
This
have.
is in Kandy.
Yeah, Kandy. We are from Kandy. So we play a lot of cricket, because we didn't have any TV or anything. 70s and 80s. TV came only to Sri Lanka 780 or something, right? 1980. So the pastime is all about something to play. Cricket only sport. We are not seen, but everyone understands. They think easy to play. Or football and all, nobody knows even at the time. So I played football. Then age of 6, because in my family, I have 4 boys. I am the eldest. So my parents thought 2 people will send it to hostel and 2 will be here there, because otherwise too much fights, too much things.
You all were naughty kids?
Everyone, because the boys are very, very naughty. They do so many things that their parents can't control. So what they put me into St. Anthony's College, called a Catholic school.
In the Kandy city?
In Kandy, only 5 kilometers.
Pack your bags and live in hostel now.
Yeah, age of 6. Age of 6, he put me into the hostel. So first 1 week, I'm upset, because
You cried.
Definitely, because you can't understand what, because you have to get up at 5:30, 5:45 in the morning. Then you have to do your things. You have to wash your things. You have to do everything. And
Strict life.
yeah, it's all priests, no? They have to go when the study time is study time. When you have see, Catholics goes to a church, then we have to be in the study hall and study, because non-Catholics, because they don't force you to come and do anything. So like that, we have rules, time to get up, time to play, time to go and study, time to eat, and whatever you have to given to you, if you don't like, you have to tell them, I don't like this. So if you're not eating meat, so you have to, they give only vegetables, right? So you have to tell. So I don't eat they see, the schools put beef and everything, we don't eat. So we only eat about fish or something. So we have to tell them. So you can't keep anything leftovers in because they teach you, because so many people in the world.
They're preparing you for life.
Yeah, because they punish you. Because of the reason they say this is, because not because anything else, to save money, because of millions of people without any food. So you should not waste food. Whatever you needed, only you have to eat. If you don't want to eat, just leave it, because somebody can, it helps you, because you're wasting food. Like that, rules and regulation, everything learned in hostel.
So did you ever cried or begged to your parents that please don't send me to hostel, I'll be a good boy?
No, because then I stayed about 3 months. No, you can only, in Sri Lanka system is like those days, is a 3 month school, 1 month holiday. 3 months school, 1 month holiday. So
that sounds interesting.
Yeah, because they full holiday.
So 9 months is school, 3 months holiday.
Yes.
3 semesters.
3 semesters.
In a year.
So in a year, so 3 months you can't take the children out until it's a long weekend, about 5-6 days here. Weekends you can't go, you have to stay. So you can, parents come and see you only. So I got used to it. After 1 month, then after that 5-6 years, I don't want to go back to school. Because a lot of friends, school, nearly about 600 children.
Yes.
3,000 school children, out of that 600 in the hostel. So all the facilities available, because grounds, basketball court.
And that's where you started playing cricket.
Yeah, that's why when I was just playing softball cricket at the play time, so one of my coach, Sunil Fernando is the coach, first coach.
Sunil Fernando.
He just saw me and came and said, would you like to come for hardball practices, because you look good. Where I was batting and bowling. Then I said, I want to ask my parents, because you have to get the parents' concern, and then only you have to tell to the warden, you have to give a letter, then
and
only
then you can get the enrollment.
Get in to go. So my parents didn't say, okay, fine, but warden allowed. So that's why I started playing cricket, because it was fun.
And right from the beginning, it was off spin? Or?
No. When you come, see, I used to bowl leg spin, like, with the softball and everything.
The way you are.
Yeah, it's like muck around and spin, because sometimes, but you want to bowl fast. No, everyone want to fast,
yes.
and you want to, when you have to hit the ball hard as you can, sixes. So that's the way I started. I've been a fast bowler till under 13. Then my coach said to me, Murali, you are not, at the time I'm a little bit tiny. So he said, you're not growing, you don't look the strength to bowl. When you become higher, you need the strength to bowl fast bowling. So why don't you try spin? Coach was an off spinner. So I said, bowl like cutters, and just I tried. First ball I bowled, ball was turning huge, because I didn't know my action or anything, just come and bowl. So he said, we continue. So I used to turn the ball a lot. I picked a lot of wickets in the under 13 tournaments. I then continually bowl spin.
And this is mid-80s?
Yeah, it is 80s, because I started playing maybe 80, 81, age of 7, 8. Because I 72 born, 78, 80, 81, 82.
And when did you think, or your family thought that this is the profession, this is what you're going to do for the rest of your life?
Nobody never thought, because we didn't understand it's professionally played cricket. We didn't know, we didn't even see an international match, only heard in radio. So there's no TV, there's no watch.
Yes.
First time I watched maybe in TV, that also in the school hostel there is a TV. You can see only Friday night at 7 to 8 o'clock, 1 hour they show you.
Okay.
That's all for the boys. And see, there are groups like, But 50 boys will say, then 50 boys another time. Saturday, Sunday only they allow. Friday, Saturday only they allowed all the boys to comparatively see. So there are 600 children. So we get a spot at 7 to 7:30, 30 minutes of watching TV. So when 1987 World Cup finals and semi-finals, that's the first time I watched in the TV a cricket match. Still, I can remember that going a reverse sweep and mucked up against Phil Defidas. All they tried to bat, and Australia won the World Cup.
Yeah, it was like gap of 11 or 12 runs.
Yeah. So that's the time I saw first time they allowed everyone to watch the match in the World Cup.
That was the first international match you watched
in the
on
TV.
television.
Yes, 87.
87 World Cup final.
That's because you don't see because.
And how, in which class you were back at that time? 87?
87 will be nearly 15. I would have been about grade 8, grade 7. Yeah, grade 8. Because when in our school, grade 1 is only, they will put it on 7 years only you become a grade 1.
Age limit.
Yeah.
And then professionally, how did it start?
Professionally, not professionally,
You were playing for your
never
school?
started professionally. Yeah. School cricket is big in Sri Lanka.
Okay.
It's huge.
There's some prestigious tournaments?
Yeah, 500. See, all those cricketers those days didn't come from the first class. School cricket only came walk into national team. So strong, because under 19 cricket. So I started playing I were going practices to under 19 age of 14. So 2 years I didn't get to play. I was reserve.
Okay.
So there are good players who are there. So they saw I was little tiny and then they didn't give me an opportunity to do anything. Third year I got first match. First match itself I got 13 wickets and won the match for school. So then on I played.
That's a dream debut.
Yeah, then I played, and then what happened is in Sri Lanka went a big problem called, it's a JVP called, it's a communist. They put Artal and it killed people. Nobody knew that episode of that, no, it's all because no news, no media, it's all small, no. It would have been devastating nearly about, I don't know, I think, this is my memory, about 60,000 young boys and girls were killed.
60,000?
Yes, 100%. Nobody knew, whole world didn't knew.
You're talking about late 80s uprising?
No, this is 87. 87, 88, because uprise of JVP called Rogana Vijayveera. He's the communist.
He was a communist leader.
He went against the government, and first people were supporting him, and he went little bit overboard. What happened, I don't know. He was used to kill the thugs and everything, cut the head and put it in the street, like burn them, like that. It happened first. Then the government also attacked them. That's what I think it was killed a lot in the 1980s, 87, and then we were safe as a Tamils, because whenever checked, if a Tamil they allow you to go. If a Sinhalese they caught you and they checked thoroughly whether he's helped something, did something wrong in the communist, and it's about, I think that kind of a people would have been killed, and that war finished. They captured the Mr. Rohanaveera and they killed him. So then it stopped.
Murali, I'll continue the cricket conversation, because since you mentioned this distinguishment, I mean, between Tamil and Sinhalese, at the same time in late 80s, LTT was also very active, and there was this Indian peacekeeping force which was deployed there during the regime of Rajiv Gandhi when he was Prime Minister here. So, was it a point of discussion in households? This whole struggle for Tamil Elam?
Yeah. See, that is in the north and east of the part. It was there. We are from middle.
That's why I asked.
We never.
In places like Kandy, were they discovering?
No, Kandy didn't have.
Discussing it? No.
They're not discussing about separate land or anything.
Okay.
So we didn't have any problems. The north and east only. So when we had problems is when something happened badly, bombed in Colombo or anything, then you get attacked because of the motion, because of the emotions of the people who killed. Sinhalese, they thought all Tamils are same, and then they come and had riots. We got affected on riots.
They plundered, looted your factories or something? Violence?
One time it's burnt, all the one factory, everything. Like that, fortunately nobody got killed. So like that, these things happened in my days also when I was young. It was not a smooth life for me to play environment. Even I said 1987 when you said that, see, I got to play. First match I played, only could play season 5 matches because all schools were stopped for months because of this JVP problems. So I played only 4-5 matches. Normally we have 15 matches, 16 matches, playing 2-day matches in the under 19. So this also
got cut short the cricket calendar.
Cut short means nobody can see. After 3 there is no bus, no vehicles.
This you're talking about Kandy, which one of the
Not
major
Kandy,
cities.
everywhere. Whole country is gone because of that only. The government went and did this searching people and tried to kill, and same thing JVP also did. So both were attacking each other, and a lot of people's lives went off that time.
Now I'll use one cinema technique which is called jump cut, where you are watching one scene and then you start new scene which doesn't give any direct connection. But in our case, the direct connection is your life. Let's jump cut to 1993. That was your debut year?
1992 was my debut, but first tour I went in 1991 to England.
Okay. How was it? Is it like the way we see in films like Dream Come True? The player is very excited, first to representing the country, or it's not that hyped when you're there?
No, it was, in my mind, it was very hyped. And I wanted to play one match for Sri Lanka. That is my dream. So
Arjun Ranatunga was your captain?
No, Arvind
De Silva.
Arjuna was not captain because 1990 they banned him or whatever. They dropped him in the 91, that tour only.
It was the England tour?
England tour, 1991.
Okay.
So I went there and didn't, whatever expectation I could, see, I didn't, only one test match we play in England. We don't play many test matches, they don't give. And 3 one-days, so I didn't play any matches. But I got to play 2-3 county matches. I couldn't get 1 wicket even. I couldn't get 1 wicket. I thought my career is over, finish. After coming back.
What was the reason? Pitch, swing?
Too young. I was about 18, and I'm not. See, I was talented, but to adapt English conditions, it was so hard because cold. Never toured to a country that cold. Only toured, I told I went to only India a few times to see my grandfather. Other than that, it's a cold country and I never toured. So those all affected me and I couldn't get a wicket. So unfortunately, it didn't work.
You were all shattered that this is the end of the dream or what?
So those days we don't think about its careers, no. This is one of the things, enjoyment you play, no. So I thought Sri Lanka cricket won't pick me again. So I went back and I missed because of this 1992 World Cup. Because if I would have played, I would have played 6 World Cups.
Yes.
So I missed it.
You missed the Australia World Cup.
Australia World Cup.
Bryson Hedges World Cup.
Yeah.
1992.
1992 I missed it because of this. And then after that, again playing club cricket and bowling really well, got the opportunity.
What is your first India memory as far as international cricket is concerned? When did you play for the first time in India?
See, for India, memory is big because I would say because mainly in Sri Lanka, we are Indian origin. My cousins and everything, They, whatever said and done, they have the soft corner to India more than Sri Lanka because of playing for India. So they had a little bit at the time, and so first time I watched a match, international match live in 1986, India versus Sri Lanka in Asgiria Stadium, because our school allowed us to go.
Okay.
And I was sitting and watching Kapil Dev bowling at the time, Srikanth and everything playing in the match. So that is it was a good experience. They allowed us to go one day out of 5 days, one day. It was a very, very good experience I had, lively watching in the ground. It was a full stadium. It's a small stadium, but full house.
Where was it?
In Kandy, Asgiria Stadium.
And when did you play for the first time in India, international cricket?
I think I can say in 1993 Hero Cup.
And where was the venue?
We got only matches in North. So I think it's Kanpur or somewhere that area only we played the match. I can remember that match, Sachin. The first time I was seeing about Sachin, I heard about him and everything. Didn't see in TV or anything.
You had heard? What
Yeah.
had you heard about him in the dressing room or in the media?
No, because everywhere in the media he's the child prodigy of world cricket. Because everyone praising him, and I want to see how good he is, because just seeing people saying whether he's true or not, or just a hype or whatever.
Okay.
They don't have TV news and all, very less, no? In those eras, 91, 92, 93
Yes.
and all, right? Cricket was not professional also. It's an amateur game. In Sri Lanka, it's amateur game. India is amateur game. If you take only professional, you see in Australia, England and these countries.
They are more structured.
Structured, and they get paid to play.
Yes.
Here in first class cricket, I have to pay my club fee. That's the way it is in 90s.
Yes.
In Sri Lanka. So you have to pay. When you're playing a test match, first test match, I got only 2,000 rupees to play the match. So that is the way it is. It is not professional. It is just token of appreciation given to the players. So that's the way we played cricket.
So it was 93 Hero Cup. India
Cup.
versus Sri Lanka. You were...
I would say then Sachin came at number 6. I was also playing. Yes. He was smashed it. Like, about 20 ball. Those days you can't see 20 ball, 40 runs. He came at number 6 and he smashed it. So that's what I thought is something different, because Sachin is first 6, 7, 8 years, he's just a smasher. He smashed the ball like nothing. Then because of the whole
elbow
of
injury. And
not elbow injury. The elbow injury came in 2015-16 that time, when last retiring. Was he fit? He was fit. He bowls, bats, everything. But I think the pressure that whole of public want him, whenever he want him, going to score runs. Then only he just took his time.
It was literally, you must have heard it a number of times, but it was literally like this, that this match is going on. So first question will not be India, what's the score of India? Like, is Sachin batting? He's still batting. If they say yes, he's still batting, then what's the score? And if somebody says no, he's out, then half of the people won't even inquire the score. So literally like that kind of pressure.
Yeah, because if Sachin get out, people try to walk out.
Yes.
So that's the case of Sachin. So he from his own one person took Indian team in a different level. So
did you get to interact with the Indian cricketers in your first year too?
I just spoke to first time when in Test series. After the Test series, I spoke to Kapil. I spoke to Kapil as well sometimes, and I spoke to. I like to speak to other opposition, and I spoke to Azhar. Azharuddin also told me what to do and what not to do, because they all helpful, because that's the way it is. Azharuddin was one of the brainiest captain at the time, people used to say. So I want to take some inputs from him.
Then 96 happened, and everybody was surprised with the performance of Sri Lankan team. When I was coming this day in morning from Delhi to Mumbai, so I bumped into one of my lawyer friend. So when I told him that I am going to Mumbai to interview Muttiah Muralitharan, he was like, "Wow, you're so lucky," and I was such a fool. So I was like, "What happened?" He was like, "I was a kid and I used to live in Patna, and there was Sri Lankan team, and I did not think very highly of them back at that time, and I hardly paid any attention to the match, and they were sitting next to us, and I didn't take any autograph, and look at them, within a couple of years they were the world champion." So 96 World Cup, you were talk of the town, the way Arjun Ranatunga strategized, that opening pair of Ramesh Kaluvitarna and son of Jai Surya. I mean, we had never imagined that Jai Surya will come in the opening. And I mean, all of them, Asanka Gursinghe, Arvind D. Silva, Ranatunga, and then the bowling lineup. But before I go to Lahore, Gaddafi Stadium World Cup final, tell me about Eden Garden semi-final.
It's an unbelievable one because I know India was very powerful, but we beat them very easily in first round. It's a tough match because Sanath made it like a very easy game to us.
You lost only 4 wickets.
Yeah,
while chasing.
Yeah, by 38 overs we got the 250. Yeah, Sachin got 100 there.
Sachin got 100
in Kotla.
Yes.
So that's match. So we had the belief that we can, but still we know they reached beating Pakistan in a quarter in Bangalore. So we know it's not going to be easy in under. Calcutta is the most craziest fans in the world at the time, and also only stadium can put about 100,000 people.
Yes.
And when we go there, it is like before the ground, it was another 50,000 outside because so people wants to get in because TV rights came first time because Dalmia made it only from the World Cup. That's what first time ever. But only thing at the game is what we say is we are a very good chasing side. Everyone's scared of we put us to bat second. So that made a big part in Asar's mind, I think. I don't know. I never asked about it or whatever in Indian team. So they won the
toss.
Yeah, and put us to bat. But that
we all were surprised.
We were surprised because we saw the wicket. Wicket is a little bit dry. So I don't know because I am a young player at the time, 22 years. Arjuna and Aravinda and all experienced people, they decided to bat. But whatever toss doesn't mean anything because India put us to bat. So first over, they were thinking, even Sachin today was saying to me, there was so much of planning going to how to get Kaluvitarna and Sananjay out.
And they were out in first
over. Itself, both of them, when Aravind and Guru Singh played
third man and fine leg. They all were out.
Yeah. So
we were like, oh, we have won the match because the openers are packed.
Yeah, we
were so wrong. How was it in the dressing room?
At the time, Arjuna has in this World Cup, before in Australia tour, before the World Cup, given the license to both of them. Go and play your shots. If you got out in the first ball, doesn't matter. We have experienced 4-5 players. We can hold some respectable total. So don't worry about it. Just your thing is to just go and smash the bowlers and put the confidence out. So they were doing that every match. Sanath was the key part. He was doing Kalu more than Kalu. So, but in the final, both them got out. But same way, Aravinda went and played the same way.
And single double.
Yeah, 4. So that made him, and in that wicket is a 260 is a good score. And then when Sachin was batting, it looks like it's a batting wicket. Because they got about 70 odd for no loss, no. Then Sachin got out. Unfortunately, Sanath bowled and that hit the pad and rolled down. And Sachin didn't know where the ball. So he was just going after a little bit of out and Kalu took the bear. So after that that's the genius of Sachin, right? He made it very easy, a difficult wicket, right? And others who come didn't have a clue because 127 for 7 after that.
As if they have changed the pitch.
Yes.
The same pitch Sachin was playing, it was looking very easy. He was doing all the strokes, cut, pull, hook.
Everything is gone. Then crowd got panicked. They were burning everything. Then match referee has to stop the match and award the match to us. Still Ganguly and Vinod Kambli and Anil Kumble was playing another. But it was hard task to them to win. 3 wickets left and...
We were surprised. I mean, I was a kid. I was in 8th standard, but I clearly remember because same venue, Hero Cup final, when we were playing with West Indies in 1993. We all knew when Kumble took 6 wickets.
6 for 10 runs.
Yes. That it's a spin track. So we were very surprised that we chose to chase.
No, because not a spin track. Anil is skiddy. Nobody knew Anil much. West Indies didn't know about Anil much. Anil is very fast, 100 kilometers per hour he bowls and skids it and goes quick. So they didn't spin much, but they were just skiddy. They were too late. They thought spinners will come slow, no? So that's why Anil at the time. Anil also started in 1991, I think. So 2 years, nobody seen him. So Anil was a lethal bowler because he was just first 5 years. He's what a champion because he just took wickets more than me or Shane Warne or anybody. He just ran through sides. So then after that, people understood how to play him.
So we were talking about World Cup semi-final. What were you discussing, you guys, in the middle, in the ground when the audience was creating all the ruckus? Were you scared or you knew that they will not be back to you?
You know, if we don't play, according to Duckworth Lewis, we won. We took 7 wickets now.
Yeah.
So we were cool. We were cool because we knew because crowd was so disappointed and upset because you coming with beating the arch rivals in the quarterfinals in Bangalore.
Expectations were very high.
Expectations so high. And also Calcutta pick was very high. They were
and we had lost in semi-final in 87 as well.
Yeah.
And this was semi-final again.
Yeah.
So before we move to your Australia tour and that controversy, so we were talking about that Delhi match where Sachin scored a century. But we remember Delhi match for one more thing. We used to have this fast bowler, or if I may say medium pacer, Manoj Prabhakar.
Became spinner.
Yes, you are a spinner. You were part of that match. You knew that Manoj Prabhakar is a pacer. He opens the attack.
Medium pace bowler.
Medium pacer, but he
opening
spin. And he was forced to throw a spin ball.
Because they played with 4 fast bowlers. So they have lack of one. Only Anil has a spinner. So that wicket helped a little bit of spin rather than fast bowler. Sai Lankola played. And I think Srinath.
Javagal Srinath.
Prasad. And somebody else. One more fast bowler. Moti.
Maybe Devashish Mohanty.
Maybe. I think 4 fast bowlers they played with Anil. So Sanath was hitting these fast bowlers into pieces. Manoj Prabhakar was the 4th fast bowler.
Yes.
So
Mohanty was in 99 World Cup.
Four fast bowlers. So Mano, he was hitting. So Azhar didn't have a choice, I think. He wanted a spinner, so he thought Manoj can bowl some cutters or something. He allowed him to bowl because he needs some to break the partnership.
You guys were surprised in dressing room seeing Manoj Prabhakar doing the spin bowling?
Definitely we were surprised because we knew it one more spinner you needed. So they didn't, I don't know what went wrong, they didn't play 2 spinners.
Now 96 Australia tour. What was your first impression, first reaction? Because when I was going through the documents which were
95, I think.
95, sorry. All the reports which are written that when they said no ball, your first response was that Did I cross the crease? What was wrong? So what happened that day?
See, I never expected it will happen. So when I bowled and I asked, he called the first no ball. And I hardly bowled no balls. Then I went and asked whether I overstepped it. He said no.
Daryl here.
I said, then why? Why no
Daryl.
ball? Yeah, Daryl. So why no ball? He said, you are throwing. Then I said, straight away went to Arjuna and said, umpire is saying this. He's throwing. Okay, fine. Arjuna went and had a word with him. He was explaining. Then Arjuna told, you continue. So out of, I think he called me about three times. 3 balls out of that. Nearly about 10 balls I bowled. He bowled 6 legitimate overs also. 6 balls also. That means he's saying every ball is not some ball. So when you throwing, you have to throw everything. Otherwise you can't throw one ball and one ball. So I thought, so he's doing, he premeditated his mind to call me. So and also normally the umpire will call from leg umpire.
Steve Dhoni was the leg umpire?
Yes, Steve done. So he didn't have a problem, but he called from head umpire. So that's what. Then after that, they changed me to other end and bowled 30 overs also. It's a lot of pressure because it is difficult at the time. So I didn't know because I was too young. It's all handled by Arjuna and the senior players, Aravinda and them. So they advised me what to do.
You were not senior, but
I was 21 also.
yes, but there must have been great pressure. Like all of a sudden, you were playing international cricket for good 3-4 years, and now they are saying that you are throwing, you are chucking, as they say in the popular term.
Yeah, it's the pressure that I didn't know about what is pressure, but it was scary. And I thought I won't be able to play because umpires are calling means if I can bowl. So it was a little bit frightened, but I don't know what to do. So whatever the captain said, I did at the time.
Would you like to talk about the tampering controversy? There was this Pakistani umpire Khijar Hayat.
Yeah, that's before that.
Yes.
Because that was typically we didn't do anything like that. Because Michael Slater was just smashing everyone into the ground, and Perth, the straight is very small, and it's going and hitting the concrete things. So it has scratched. Yeah. So then Kesa had said we are tampering, and he didn't ask any question also. He changed the ball. So we were accused like that, but unfortunately he couldn't prove that we tampered or any camera evidence or nothing there. So we didn't tamper because that was high score. They scored about 600 runs. So they were hitting us.
So after that Daryl Hare controversy, what all you went through? I mean, so many X-rays, so many committees, reports.
See,
I'm sure the film must have dealt with it in detail.
Yeah. Some. See, you can't put everything because it's so long. So 1995 called. Again, they called in 1999 or 908. I can remember. That's 1998 or 19.
Next tour down under.
Down under. So then that also you have to go test and everything. Then again 2004 in Sri Lanka they called me for Dusra, the 10 degrees and 15 degrees. Whatever, we appealed and we got tested everything and then sorted out that. So it didn't stop. Until I retire, it never stopped. I was doing about 7-8 tests, but they couldn't do anything because it was whatever it's coming in the right way. So I was not frightened because if I am...
The problem was always with Australians, or there were other cricket boards as well, other umpires as well who were raising objection?
See, some people not have the guts to come and call. So they have their opinion sometimes, because not only Australia, some people had, but they kept quiet, I think, because of the reason, I don't know why. And also, in the ICC test, it's showing I'm legitimate. So then only sometimes people think this doing outdoor test is not good enough. You have to do match situations. See, the technology is not allowed to do for match situation. It is just so much of variations.
Yes.
Because of it is hard. So, but even in the outdoor situation, but they will get the ball speed, how much are you bowling, rotation, everything. So it's pretty accurate. So that's good enough. So sometimes people doesn't understand because science and technology and everything, they want to play the game. That's it. So it confuses them also. So I can't say they are wrong or anything, but it's confusing sometimes because degrees, and I never thought about in 80s degrees and 90s degree, this degree you have to go, how can you measure? So the technology is gone so fast. So now you can see, you can put an app in your phone and you can also check sometimes. But it is not accurate as what they do in the lab is so accurate because 1,000 frames. You won't get cameras in your phones and 1,000
There are not
frames.
so many sensors.
Yeah.
And camera. But mentally, it must have been very difficult.
See, that's why I said I lived in hostel and we went through so much of things and everything. So that helped me a
You
lot
are not ready to
also.
be succumb to bullying.
No, because we just adjust ourselves. Life is always, I thought, life is all about just you don't know what's going to happen next. So there are anything going to come, you have to ready for it because whether nobody expect COVID. Nobody even think about it. Who thought about people will live in the house without moving on? Ever you would have dreamed about it? No.
No.
We never dreamt about tsunami. Yes. It came. So these are things can happen our human life is uncertainty.
Okay.
You don't know. So as that, I think whatever is thrown at you, you have to adjust and face at the time. So that kind of experience the hostel life has given to me, because sometimes you're hungry, you don't have the food, still you drink some water and sleep. You're not going to, if you're in the home, you'll cry to your mama, father and mother and someone get something, they will somehow try to get you something. But in the hostel, once you're given at a time, whether hungry, you sleep hungry. You drink some water and sleep. So that adjustment has come through that 12 years of hostel life.
You were part of the team which won the World Cup for Sri Lanka in 1992. You were part of
96.
1996, Lahore. You were part of that squad as well, which lost the final
Twice,
back to back. First to Australia and then to India.
India, and also we lost to Pakistan 2020 World Cup in the finals.
And then it was T20.
T20 also.
Yeah. So 2011, we all very clearly remember because it happened here in Mumbai. Were you surprised because by that time you had played for 3 consecutive years for CSK? You had played with Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Were you surprised with the change of order? I remember Tilak Ratne Dilshan, caught and bowled Virat Kohli. Ideally, it should have been Yuvraj Singh, but there comes Mahendra Singh Dhoni. What was the chat between you, all of you? What were you discussing?
No, we would see the captain and the wicket keeper is same. So Mayala and them make the decision. I will stay out because of they will decide. But I knew Yuvraj is not going to. Dhoni is going to send Yuvraj. Yuvraj is a great player, but he has some difficult to play me.
Okay.
So then Dhoni knows inside out of me because of he played in nets in 3 years of CSK. So he took the chance that he can handle better me than Yuvraj, and if Yuvraj goes and gets out, then the pressure is more into to Indian side. So at the time, cleverly batsman comes and get a 90. So and also it's a difficult time for us also. Yeah, I'm not taking anything from India. India played really well, they deserve to win, but we didn't also have a chance because of so much of dew. You couldn't spin the ball, your ball was going straight. After 15 overs, when the ball was soaking wet. So that also helped a bit them. So that's why we easily lost, because it was a good score, 280.
Where do you think you started losing your grip on the match? When Gautam Gambhir and Dhoni built that partnership?
See, not Gautam Gambhir and Kohli.
Gautam Gambhir and Kohli, and then Gautam Gambhir and
they also built a partner 60, 70 runs.
Yes.
15 for 2, no? So most dangerous 2 batsmen out.
Sachin and Sehwag back.
So it's a matter of time, another 2 wickets, we have the cup in our hand. So after 15 overs, till 15 overs, we are dominating. Then the dew comes, even the fast bowlers can't, Malinga can't do anything, nobody can do anything. So that affected a little bit on us. But still India played well, because it's like you play very safely, you will get the runs in due condition, because ball will come to the bat very nicely. It doesn't have any deviations. With how you try, it slips. So that affected, because ICC told us they put spray, that it didn't work.
Okay. Only cricketer to have 800 test wickets. That's if I'll use the word phenomenal, it will be an understatement. It's something, I don't know, I'm not very sure. They keep saying that records are there to be broken, but I'm not sure if there will ever be any bowler who will have 800 test wickets. What was going on when you were aiming for your 800 wicket?
So I never thought I will get there in my mind, because just I want to play. I was enjoying. So I think if the only thing is maybe to achieve this 800 mark, you have to play a lot of test matches. One thing. So these days, because of test matches have been neglected, so it's hard to break that record because of the one reason, that not because of somebody can't break, it can break.
No, don't take away credit from Muttiah Muralitharan.
No, but still you can see, still Jimmy Anderson is about 680 or something in about.
And very consistent.
Yeah, to 680, but he's almost 41 or something. So you never know, it can happen. So it can happen, Ashwin or somebody, I don't know, he has the age or don't know, because he's almost 36, 37. So if to get another 400 wickets will be harder to get in 5-6 years, because it will take 7-8 years. So it can be broken. Sometimes it can't. It will be never been broken. If this generation didn't break it, next generation won't break it, because they will play hardly any test matches.
So let's switch from test cricket and one day cricket to IPL cricket. One of your initial days captain, Arjun Kanatunga, he used to be very critical of IPL formats. But lots of Sri Lankan players, they perform really well in IPL. How was your experience playing with the likes of Mahendra Singh Dhoni, Virat Kohli and so many of them?
Two things. One is you gain experience, you gain confidence. Same way you can give others to compete on also when you're playing international cricket, because you are playing in the nets and everything. So 2 ways of taking it. And financially also rewarded for the players who from other countries. So it's the end of the day, it's a business. Become cricket, not because of gentleman game like 80s and 70s and what they played. It is a
showbiz.
Showbiz. So showbiz have to make money to entertain people. So I think IPL is wonderful, because you found something, otherwise cricket would have died. Test cricket everyone wants 5 days, because of this life is getting so fast and so hectic. People doesn't have time to watch 5 days.
You made it entertaining.
T20 is making entertaining and it's making rewarding and all the cricketers and everything. I think it's IPL is the key. Before IPL, another league came. Because of that only IPL came. So
ICL and then IPL.
and also it's brainchild of Lalit Modi.
Yes.
What he has done is something tremendous because never thought.
Yeah, we were never expecting that Ricky Ponting and Sachin or Ricky Ponting or Dhoni, they'll all be part of same team. Andrew Simons and Sachin. I mean, it's unbelievable, but there they were.
So I will reveal something interesting because nobody would have known this. I only know, it's a truth. I came in 2006. We played in Kotla. I can remember, if you can go to that match.
Yeah.
Anil got to 7 wickets and I also got 5 and 8 wickets, but we lost in test match. So that day, now the Pepsi owner Ravi Jaipuria we have some business with him from those days onwards because we also bottling Coke and everything. So we also had. So as a friend, he is in Delhi. So he told me, Murali, come after the match, come. So just I'll take you for dinner. When I went in the car, I saw a gentleman sitting in front. He's Lalit Modi. In this 2006.
Okay.
Right? So before IPL is born, right? So then we went and have dinner, chatting around. Then only introduced, this is a close friend and relative, distantly related to Ravi. And Ravi said this meet is the, at the time he was the president of Rajasthan Cricket Association. So I was chatting cricket and everything. Then suddenly in his mind, yes, he told me, Murali, I'm thinking about doing a corporate tournament that you will not imagine cricketers will get money.
That kind of amount.
That kind of amount. I said, don't joke with me. I know we all get paid very okay money, not like, you will get like footballers. I said, no chance. This is not, Murali, you don't know the power of corporates in India. I know them, how to put this. I will try to arrange. When it arranged, I will call you and let you know. Then only actually he called me in 2007. After this ICL happened, the Indian Cricket Board has given him to form a group. And that is a story that everyone says, right? So he called me and said, Murali, now what? You wanted to be in the auction as a fixed price or floating. If you have a fixed price, right, some people took like that. I can remember L.B. Moker playing for Chennai. He took a fixed price of 150. He never thought he will go for 150. Actually, he landed up in $600,000 and $450,000 you have to pay for the BCC. If you don't go, that 150 has to come. So I took as a chance and said, no, I will go whatever the auction takes. So like that. So that's the truth. That man had the dreams in him. Because I'm talking about this 2006. I never thought about, ICL also didn't thought about that time. ICL came only 2007, 6 or 7. See, before that, this test match, he was just talking about corporate tournament. And so now what is IPL is billions in dollars, right? So the worth and everything. So we have to give a little bit of credit to him.
Recently, there was political and financial turmoil in Sri Lanka. What is your thoughts on that?
See, I think Sri Lanka has to move forward as a knowledge of, as a businessman, me, as a cricketer. I think our politicians since I think after 78 offered a lot of freebies. These freebies are like, I'm just coming on to, if I take your time, you don't misunderstand.
No, take your time.
Right, okay. So this is my opinion only. I think this is the way it is, and this is why we collapse. Because when you give electricity costing I just calculated the time, 21 rupees. And the government is getting back only 16 rupees. How are you going to get that 5 rupees? That is one. Then the most important thing is energy in our country. Because we don't produce energy. We have to buy from some other country. Then US dollars goes to another country. We need US dollars. So the energy is something that a petrol, you cost 150 rupees and give it to 110 rupees, then 40 rupees, who is going to pay? Your taxes are going to pay. No, you are going to pay. So that 40 rupees deficit, then what you have to do is, so when deficit comes, what you print money, right? When you print money, your valuation of the dollar goes,
currency goes down.
Right. So this, because of politicians wants to come to power, they give this freebies. One thing they did that, and I'm not saying one government, it's a different, multiple governments. Till 1978 to slowly it is happened. 80s, 90s, 20.
You don't want to blame Rajpaksa family only.
Everyone is.
They were before him and
before
after
them also, they also did the same thing, no? Freebies. Only, see, you have to not freebies. So once happened is, see, never had this financial turmoil. Why it happened is COVID. 2 years of COVID, zero foreigners coming into. One of the main sources of income is
tourism was
tourism.
Yeah.
So you lose about 6 billion a year, 4-5 billion a year. Zero, right? Then you lose on the workers who gone to abroad. That also big revenue for us. From us, it comes down. They all sent back.
Dollar money.
So the dollar money crunch about 8-9 billion a year. Right? So we were one of the best countries. Whatever we borrow, we have Chinese loans a lot.
Yes.
India also given loans. Japan also given loans. We have $54 billion of loan. Repayments are we paid really well. All there because of COVID, 2 years of repayments not gone in. And another thing is, bad thing is happened is, when COVID finished, almost, Russian war started. The energy bill was, right, if it's a $40, went to $120. So 3 times. Our energy bill was $200 million a year, month. So 200 million into 24 is 2.4 billion we needed. Suddenly becomes 7.2 billion. So then what happens is, the crisis came, all the petrols are now, electricity is not there because they are funding. Our natural sources are not there.
Fuel price is going up and then it's reflecting to all the essential
Electricity,
commodities.
everything.
Yes.
So then it shot up, people got frustrated. See, you put out electricity, can't go anywhere, shortage, you have to do everything. So that, I mainly think collapse was, it's a part of our life, what we did, we have to change. Now they have changed it.
Yes.
Now they are paying the right amount of electricity bill, right amount of this.
Looks like they're getting back to financial discipline.
Yeah, but they are getting, now the tourist is coming very well, because last month I think highest tourist thing. People are going out and working, dollars are coming in. We will start when also we have, because the Rajapaksa regime did the wrong thing is, they left the IMF program. Yes. That also one of them. So bringing back IMF program took harder than anything else. So they have to
you'll have to give that assurance of financial prudence.
Financially, we think it's a mix. It's not only one person you can't blame. It's even blame us. We have to take the blame. Now we have to put aside. All have to work to the things and come out of it. We can come out of it in 6-7 years, but it won't be easy. Then after that, don't borrow much on and try to do more exports and everything and try to build the country. So that's what I feel.
We talked about Sri Lanka. I want to talk about your personal India connection. Your wife is from Chennai?
Yes.
What's her name?
Madhimalar.
Madhimalar. You and your wife, there's a story how this 800 started. Please tell our viewers The director approached you, the producer approached you. How did it work?
No, because I told you basically that my wife's childhood friends, Venkat Prabhu, is a director, well-known director in South. So they are same place they are living, Aryapuram in Chennai. So we have a foundation called Foundation of Goodness from 1998, myself and because why we did this, because in my difficult times, all of the country, whether race or religion or thinking, they helped me, backed me when I was in this Chuking episode. Then I thought I would like to help them when they needed me. Only way of doing a charity foundation. So we made it at a Foundation of Goodness, my manager and a friend called Ashan Mallasekar. We started this one in India. So now in tsunami, we built 1,000 houses through help of a lot of cricketers help, like Shane Warne to everyone, Indian cricketers, everyone came for functions, we collected money and we built it. So now it is about 80, something like 30-40 sectors. Women empowered to sports to even English teaching to everything. We have 14 centers in districts, all the north and everywhere. Heartbeat centers. We teach close to about 10,000 children English, computer, free. You can go and see in the Foundation of Goodness work. We have huge money. So we do from our personal money and also funding. We get aids. So it is now 22 years. Successfully we are doing that. So this director and friends wants to come and visit we have a big center in Gaul. So he went to there. Then we didn't know, myself and my wife didn't know. So Venkat Prabhu and I went and then talked to our manager. They showed my picture. They didn't also know I am also involved. So see my pictures, Shane Warnes, everyone's are there who were donated and everything. So then he said on the way. So then they called me and my wife. So we told come to lunch. So they came. They were just chatting. And then only he saw my trophy cupboard and everything with Venkat Prabhu. Then he wanted to do a movie called 800. So that's the way it started. And his assistant only, Sripati only directed now. And it's coming to final stage, to releasing stages.
Finally.
Yeah, finally. It took 5 years. See, this also had a lot of ups and downs.
Yeah, I was about to come to that controversy. We believe earlier Vijay Sethupathi was supposed to do that role.
Yeah, he was supposed to do, and then, see, people twist words. That's why I have to be very careful sometimes when you're doing it. It's in, I would say, 2009, the war finished in Sri Lanka. So, I think in a meeting, about 2010 or something, 2018 or 2019, some press asked me a question, what do you think about now about Sri Lanka and everything? What do you think about the war? What do you think about? And I said, I think the best days of my life is after 2009. We didn't have any people dying. One gunshot was done because otherwise both sides were dying. The army is also dying. It is also innocent people also dying because of war. War doesn't have anything, no, because anybody can die in the war. So they twisted these words like, into and put it and said in Tamil newsers in Sri Lanka, this who doesn't like me, some jealousy factor, who I am being so popular and so much I've achieved and everything, jealousy factor comes sometimes. So they put it like, I said that I am very happy LTT was demolished, right, in that word. And I said that good that it's so you can twist the words and you can edit things and whatever is you edit and wait. So they put it and they sent it. You know, in India, sometimes these thinking about whatever the problems is, suddenly these some politicians made a huge fuss on Vijay Sethupathi is a Tamil, Murali is a Tamils against. So
They build
he
resentment against
he
you.
should not act in my movie. So he has to boycott because Vijay Sethupathi at the time had about 10 movies in his hands. So he wants to desperately to do that. As a profession, I know as a cricketer, I don't want this to jeopardize his career because they can make a big fuss. I tell him to, you can, don't worry, nothing. I'm relieving you. You do your own work. Then only Suresh Parashan also left.
Great. On that note, thank you so much, Muttiah Muralitharan. It has been an honor and privilege to interact with you. बहुत सारी अंग्रेजी बोल दी एक साथ, साल भर का कोटा पूरा हो गया है, खूब सारी व्याकरण की गलतियां हो गई हैं, पर जैसा शुरू में बताया, ये इंटरव्यू भाषा के बारे में नहीं था, ये इंटरव्यू क्रिकेट के दिलचस्प तजुर्बों के बारे में था। और अगर आपने गौर से सुना हो तो आप पाएंगे कि कोई इतना जीनियस इंसान, इतना जीनियस स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन, पर इतना हम्बल, और जो सबसे आखिरी बात उन्होंने कही कि बहुत ज़रूरी है कि जब तुम्हें ये इल्हाम हो तो तुम जाकर माफ़ी मांगो। ये महानता के वो लक्षण हैं जो हमने अब तक किताबों में पढ़े थे, आज जीवंत देखे हैं। ललन टॉप की ये लंबी क्रिकेट बैठकी आपको कैसी लगी, कमेंट बॉक्स में ज़रूर बताइए। इस बैठकी का संयोग बना क्योंकि मुरलीधरन की ज़िंदगी पर ये MS श्रीपति की प्रोड्यूस की हुई बायोग्राफी आ रही है 800 के टाइटल के साथ, तेलुगु, तमिल और हिंदी में। तो अच्छा सिनेमा देखिए ताकि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा प्रेरक कहानियाँ लोगों तक पहुँचें। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर योर टाइम एंड ऑल द बेस्ट। I hope you get more easy moments in your cricketing coaching career.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. I really enjoyed, and it was so pleasure to come and have a interaction with you. Thanks.
Thank you.